So today we're going to be working on transferring our sketch, which we did in our sketchbooks, of the quote that you found interesting, and we are going to transfer this to a larger format so that we can begin to get it ready to move on to our chalkboard sign. So you are going to need a pencil, a ruler, you're going to obviously need your sketchbook, and you're going to need 2 pieces of printer paper. Now, if you don't have printer paper, you can use loose leaf or grid paper, any kind of paper, but you need 2 pieces and you need a little bit of tape. So I am going to show you what I've done with all of those materials, and we're going to get started. So start with 2 pieces of paper and some tape, and we're going to put these 2 pieces of paper together. Put them right up next to each other. You can use any kind of tape. Put that over. And then just trim off the extra tape. There you go. If you take your board, mine has a little bit of practice stuff on it. I'll use a different one for my final. Lay that along the edge so it lines up. Take your pencil, mark how long that is, and then use your scissors to cut it. Once you have that cut, then you're going to flip that paper over and you're going to grid it. So I've already gone ahead and done that. You need your ruler and your pencils, and you're going to mark these measurements. Now I will put the measurements on a slideshow and share that with you so that you can get the exact measurements, but you're going to grid it into 16 different rectangles. So 4 across the top, 4 down, and then you're going to do the same thing with your sketch. And again, I'll go over those measurements so that you can get them exact. Now what this is going to allow you to do is then look at this in small pieces. So it's going to make blowing this up to a larger scale much easier. And then we're going to just take this larger piece of paper and we're going to use this to transfer it onto our final board. So let's get started. One of the things that you want to be sure that you're paying close attention to is the grid. So as you see the rectangles on the sketch, they line up with the rectangles on the larger drawing. I started really sketchy. You probably noticed that. And then I went back into my drawing and I defined the letters as I had done in my previous sketch. So you have to be looking at the sketch. This is just like drawing anything else. You have to be observing the original sketch in order to make it work on a larger scale. So grab your rulers. You'll notice I did use some guidelines when I did the arty on so that I could make sure that I was making all of my letters very consistent. I did put a guideline on the word calm at a diagonal just like I had done in my original sketch. Again, so that the bottom of those letters would all line up together. Same thing with the word stay. I put an arch in there to try to keep those letters consistent. Check the grid line. Watch out for where you tape your papers together. That can kind of become problematic if you forget that it's not supposed to be a line. So just pay attention to that, and I think you guys will be good to go. If you have any questions, let me know. So good luck, and make sure you follow those guidelines. Make sure you're looking at your sketch very closely, and once you have it blown up to that larger format, then you're going to be ready to move on to the last step. So have fun and arty on.